The best of Google takes on the best of Samsung. The Pixel 8 Pro is finally here to challenge the Galaxy S23 Ultra, and I gotta say, Google has managed to surpass Samsung in a lot of key areas. The biggest of them has to be the software longevity. The Pixel 8 Pro is officially the only smartphone in the world to offer 7 years of OS updates, meaning it will be supported till 2030 compared to the S23 Ultra, which has 4 years of update, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which has a 5-year of update. 7 years is indeed absolutely bonkers. Whether if you are a Google fan or not, you gotta respect Google's commitment to these software updates. In a world where flagship phones keep getting expensive and expensive, this is where Google is your friend. The Pixel 8 Pro starts at $1,000, making it $200 less compared to the starting price of the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is $1,200. Along with this, Google is throwing their Pixel Watch 2 completely free as a discount, which is an amazing deal. Something Samsung isn't doing at the moment. They just give you a discount. But what about the actual phone? Because S23 Ultra is one of the best, if not the best, Android phone to get right now. It has held up incredibly well against some of the newest smartphones when it comes to performance as well as the camera. So when you look at the design, you can see that both companies have their own design identity. Google is continuing with the camera visor design that is now more rounded and has some pretty colors, especially the blue model, whereas the S23 Ultra, not only it's a premium beast, but it also offers quite a lot more colors to choose from than the Google's offering, including the blue color. In my opinion, Google has done this the best, but let me know which blue you prefer in the comment section below. So looks can be subjective, but when it comes to the actual in-hand experience, of course, Pixel is going to be a bit better and more comfortable to hold because of its super rounded sides, whereas Samsung is completely boxy with flat sides. You do feel this in a hand, but in kind of a premium way, so in-hand feel is where you're gonna see the big difference between these two phones. The other thing to note is the weight. Just like last year's model, the Pixel 8 Pro is lighter than the S23 Ultra, coming at 212 grams versus 234 on the S23 Ultra. Now moving on to the display, this is where Google has not really been the king in terms of smartphone competition, but they have actually surpassed every single smartphone on the market right now when it comes to having the brightest screen on any smartphone. Yes, the Pixel 8 Pro offers a 2400 nits peak brightness display, which is quite a lot more compared to the 1800 nits we get on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, and this is quite noticeable because it is actually a really bright panel. Now the biggest thing about buying a Pro or Ultra phone from any company is because of the camera system, and this time collectively when you consider all the cameras, Google can be a problem for Samsung. Starting with the main sensor, we're getting a 50 megapixel ISOCELL GN2 sensor with f1.7 aperture. This is Samsung's biggest camera sensor that they have ever made. It captures great detail, especially with Google now offering full 50 megapixel resolution in their images in order to truly rival the 200 megapixel sensor on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now the camera on the S23 Ultra is pretty good, so I do believe it should be able to hold up pretty well against the main camera performance on the Pixel 8 Pro. But when it comes to the ultra wide sensor, this is where Google can beat Samsung thanks to not only having a higher megapixel resolution coming at 48 megapixels, but also this sensor has a higher f2.0 aperture compared to the f2.2 on the S23 Ultra. And when it comes to zoom, this is again another area where Google will be able to close the gap with Samsung thanks to 48 megapixel resolution and f2.8 aperture. This is likely going to be the best 5x zoom on any smartphone out there right now. So you're getting 5x optical zoom, which is gonna utilize the Google's enhanced zoom technology to give you near optical results at 10x level. As impressive that might be, the S23 Ultra already beats the 5x zoom performance on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. When it comes to the 10x zoom or anything beyond that level, you just can't compete with the optical quality. So unless Google has done some really crazy magic when it comes to high resolution zoom image processing, Samsung should still be the king of zoom on any phone right now. But some something that Samsung isn't the king of is the smartphone video. This is where Google can shock everyone. The Pixel 8 Pro shoots amazing 4K video up to 60 frames per second, but then they went to the next level step, which is thanks to their new Video Boost option. With the help of AI, Video Boost can transform any video on the Pixel 8 Pro into an absolute masterpiece by taking away all the noise, enhancing the HDR, and enhancing the detail. It also brings night sight to the video performance, unlocking some amazing video footage in low light scenarios. This is pretty much similar to how you take night mode photos, but now night mode videos. With examples that Google have provided, the footage does look pretty good, especially when the subject is in the frame. You can clearly see the detail there, and this is again being shot at a very dim lit environment. It's so good to the point where Google is claiming that this is going to be the best low light video on any phone. Overall, the Pixel 8 Pro is bringing a pretty impressive package when you consider that all of these lenses are being upgraded and you can use them fully to their full resolution thanks to Google's Pro mode. Apart from zoom, I do feel like Samsung is gonna face some really tough competition when it comes to the image performance in the Android game. Now moving on to performance, this is where Samsung is gonna have the upper hand because of the 8 Gen 2 chip being easily powerful than the Tensor G3 on the Pixel 8 Pro. Although Google is promising incredible optimization and efficiency, but that has yet to be seen because Samsung has just shown that this phone is aging like a fine wine. I mean, in my experience, the S23 Ultra even defeated the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max with the 3nm A17 Pro chip in a battery drain test battle, and it was even faster in the speed test. So Galaxy S23 Ultra's performance, efficiency, gaming, and battery performance has been up to the level. Let's see what Tensor G3 does in terms of those core areas. Now, what Tensor G3 can do that Samsung doesn't have right now is a lot of AI stuff. I'm talking Google exclusive features like call screening, some specific AI related features with the Google Assistant coming exclusively to the Pixel 8 Pro, features like audio eraser that allows you to remove the background audio, along with Magic Editor which can move the subject to a different place in the same image, along with Best Face, which is a pretty insane AI feature that promises that every person in the image will have their eyes open and smiling, potentially ending the challenge you get when it comes to facial expressions in a group photo. So a lot of cool software tricks that Google is bringing. Of course, with the Android 14, we're gonna see One UI 6.0 coming to the S23 Ultra, but as of now, Samsung hasn't implemented their side of AI technologies to the One UI software yet. Now lastly, when we talk about battery life, as I said, the S23 Ultra is the king right now in my testing. Google is bringing the same battery size as the Pixel 7 Pro, so a lot of the battery improvements comes down to Android 14 and the Tensor G3, which now uses Samsung's 4nm process. I do think that the battery performance will be improved on the Pixel 8 Pro, but it might not be able to beat the S23 Ultra. Again, we'll see about that very soon. So overall, I have to say Pixel 8 Pro is definitely bringing quite a bit of heat. When you consider the value and the overall camera package that this phone is offering, it is shaping up to be a hard rival to the S23 Ultra. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Samsung is still the king of the hill? Drop your thoughts. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.